everybody, Gina DeLuca here. All right, very exciting video coming at you today. I am going to be showing you the brand new colors from This Little Piggy Pigments. And it is my absolute honor to say that one of them has been named in honor of me and my other career, which is being a musician. So the first color is Crescendo, and all of these colors are absolutely stunning, and they have lots. They're not quite stuck-up pigs, but they are very stuck-up pig-ish. So there are lots of colors that are happening in there, and you will see them much better once they are down on the canvas, and they look completely different when they are on a dark background. These colors are so cool. So this has, obviously the main color is like a lavender, lilac kind of color, but there's pink and gold. I don't know if you're going to be able to see all of that the way it is, but lots of cool colors happening. This color is called Unicorn, and the main color is blue, but I wonder if you could see it on the bottle. Maybe not. But there's purples and pinks and greens happening in there. Just lots of colors happening. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. It's so hard to pick up these colors. And this one was named for Sarah Mac, and this one is called Flamingle. And this color is, this one is mind-blowing because the main color is pink, but when you catch the flash just right, it is green. And I'm not really seeing it when I'm showing it to you, but you will see it. They've done a bang-up job on these colors. It was super exciting watching the reveal and all of the different ways it's been used. But I will say that these colors look absolutely stunning with a dark background. I'm using purple. I could use black. You know, black also gives you that awesomeness, but I'm going to be doing a flower type thing, so I just went with the purple. The way that I've mixed these, I put a bit of golden pouring medium gloss in the bottom of my cup, added the pigment to that while wearing a mask. Always, always, and I mean always, wear a mask when you are mixing pigments. If you get pigment in your lung, it's never coming out. It's going to stick to your lungs. Don't mess around. Wear a mask. Everybody has masks. We had a pandemic. Everybody has masks left over, right? Keep one at your station for when you're mixing pigments. Please, please, please. So the golden pouring medium, I mixed the pigment to that, and then I added just a bit of the gloss super heavy gel from Artist Loft. Typically I use golden. In the other applications where I have used both of these, I prefer how golden worked better, but I'm out and I had some of this, so I really wanted to try these colors, so that's what I'm trying today. So it's a new recipe today with new colors. We'll see what happens. My consistency that I am working with, it's about a 2. It's about a 2 on my consistency scale. It is making a mound, but it disappears very quickly. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know that you'll be able to, but yes. So we're about a 2. It's kind of a thin 2. I'm going to be blowing this paint around. Before we get started, have you seen the Fluid Art inspiration cards? If you have, you can fast forward about a minute, but if you have not, what we have are 52 cards. There are 42 technique cards, and each technique card has an associated video here on YouTube that gives you the exact paint brands, color, consistency, and of course the technique, all of the things that I can't fit on a card. This is the picture of the painting in that video. This box here contains a tip for that particular technique, and then here at the bottom you have the color palette that was used in this painting. These two boxes can be used together as the basis of a 2-color palette, or you can build off of those colors. And there are 8 bonus color palette cards. Each one has 5 color palettes. You can use all of the colors or just some of the colors. Mix and match the bonus color palette cards with the technique cards, and you have more combinations than you could ever paint in a lifetime. These are available at my website, GinaDeLuca.net, and also at Amazon.com. I forgot to mention that the purple that I have here is the Liquitex Basics Dioxazine Purple. And that has just been mixed 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, and then thinned with my concoction of 90% water and 10% Floetrol until I got the consistency that I was looking for. And I'm going to double check that consistency because the sauce may thicken upon standing. Okay. Let me get these out of the way. I'm going to lay down a base coat. Let me move this out of the way as well. So you'll notice that I've already covered my edges. I do this for all of my paintings, but I will say that on these round canvases, it is, I would say that it's imperative to cover your edges first because there are little pleats on the side, and if you do not cover the canvas with the paint first, those little pleats, I mean, even when you cover the sides, it will appear very thin in the raised parts of the pleats. So what I do, in order to make sure that my pleats are also moisturized, we want these paints to slide off evenly. And if there are dry spots on the side, the paint will not slide off as easily as it could. So I use my finger, because this little putty knife is not going to get all the way in those little nooks and crannies that are on the side. I'm a big fan of troubleshooting before the trouble happens. So I cover with a paintbrush first, and then I'm going to cover with my finger because I want complete coverage on those sides. I guess I will do this kind of one layer at a time. Because I'm going to blow it and spin it. And I need it to go all the way to the edge. I'm actually just going to go around this with a bit more of a puddle. Okay, my PSI is set to 40. That seems a little high. Usually I do 35. I'm gonna just kind of bring it in just a little bit, and then I'm going to blow it out. And I'm gonna do this a couple of times. Seems crazy. I know. I'm going to try to get it as close to the edge as possible before I spin. I want as much stretch as I can get. I will be doing other layers. Okay, I'm going to give this a spin. Oh, we're noisy today. No whammies. Big money. Ooh. Okay. So, wow, those colors are so cool. All right, I'm going to actually drizzle a bit more of this background color so it has a little bit more juice to spin. If your edges start to look a little dry, this will help. Okay, so that is the Crescendo. Now I'm going to do a layer of Unicorn. I'm just going to come straight down, kind of spread that out a little. Oops. Okay. Feel like I'll need a bit more of that in there. Oh, I got a drip. Okay. And it's gone. All right, let's try that with, let's see if that comes out a little better. before I spin, I'm going to bring these petals in a little bit. And give it a spin. We're clear. We're good. Ooh, that's too fast. All right. So I was really hoping this was eventually going to start pushing out to the edge. I may just have to keep doing more flower layers until it does. I'll get what I want eventually. I'm persistent and patient, if y'all haven't noticed. Okay, and now for the flamingo. Okay. Well, I'm losing a lot of my piggies in here. I feel like I need to be using a lot less purple because it's swallowing up my pigments. Let's give this a twirl. Woo, I'm having a rough time today. The spinner. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do it again. I'm gonna have to do it again. Let's make sure this gets to the edge this time. Okay, this is going to be Crescendo. I really want this to get all the way out to the edge. But I do know that now I'm doing this and my colors are going to be blending. C'est la vie. Okay, so I do have some blending going on there, but that's okay. You know, my intention was to keep those colors separated so you could see them all individually. However, composition is important to me, and I want this to be pretty, so I'm just gonna make it pretty. All right, now we're at the edges. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Okay. Now for the unicorn. Just a bit of this purple. And a bit more unicorn. Okay, let me give this a little petal action. Get all my cups out of the way and give it another spin. Okay. Do wish there was a bit more of that showing up. All right, and now for Flamingle. Okay, well, you know what? This is not doing it for me. It's not doing it. The colors are beautiful, but the composition is not, it's not giving me what I want. So, this is what I do. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Like a crazy person. Because dagnabbit, I want what I want. All right. What am I going to do for this center? I really want to get some of this in there. But I also don't want this composition to get weird. Know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go analog here. I got my little trusty straw here. Oh geez, I hope my hair doesn't get in there. I look like a swamp witch today. Okay, and I'm gonna just take some dots of this flamingle. Give myself a little center. Maybe just 3 dots. Okay. This one has a little tip coming out. Let me see if I can. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Make that happen on all of them. Just zhuzh that up a little bit. I wish this petal were a little more even. Can I do it? Am I gonna mess it up? No, you're all gonna yell at me. Tell me I'm gonna mess it up. Oh. Okay. All right, well that's something. That looks better, I think. All right, well, I'm gonna call this one a wrap. I'm gonna bring you in for a close-up and you can see what these look like while they're wet, and it will look completely different when it's dry. And I will bring you in for a close-up for that too, back in a few. Okay, here it is, still wet. Let's see if I can get any of that shimmer for you. Man, it is just not, it doesn't show up on the camera. All of the different colors from the different angles that I can see with my eyeballs are not showing up on this camera. But when this is dry, you will see it. It is so much harder to show it when it's wet. You can see a tiny bit of it. Man, I wish this was showing up. So just stay tuned for the dry, and you will see all of the sparkling glory. But there it is. Okay, dry piece coming up. Okay, here it is dry. It did shift a little bit, but I am not mad at it at all because it kind of actually gave it a bit more of an organic look. So something to keep in mind, I did use Floetrol, which does make it appear matte. Once this is varnished, all of those colors are going to jump off of the canvas. But you'll notice that that this area right here, this was that pink color. That was the Flamingle. But when it dries on a dark background, it actually really pulls very green, which is its flash color. Which is just the craziest thing to me. You have pink and green together like that. It's so cool. But these colors are amazing. I'm gonna take a look at this in some daylight and see what that looks like. Okay, so you can get a little bit better of a sense of what these colors are. And once this is varnished, this is going to be absolutely stunning. So cool. I'm super, super happy with how these colors play together. Awesome. So there she is. Do check out the description box below for links to the Fluid Art Experience, where I will be teaching. I'll be teaching you how to get cells without using silicone. Cloud pour and straight pour in person, April 27th to 29th in Seattle. But you can check that out in the description box. There's also going to be a trailer coming up right after this, where you can see all of the other artists who will be teaching. And also in the description box, you will find links to my website, GinaDeLuca.net, where you can find my art and music and the Fluid Art inspiration cards for sale. You'll find the link to my Patreon. Please check that out. We have a weekly Zoom Q&A. If you're having any issues with your paintings, we do diagnosis. We work on finding inspiration, and we laugh a lot. So I do enjoy those Zooms, and there's also exclusive content. And you'll find links to my affiliates, Fluid Art Company. Go check them out. Grab yourself some of these awesome pigments. Fluidart.co or fluid-art.co. But the link is in the description box, as well as my other affiliates, and anything that you purchase through those links, I receive a small commission at no additional cost to you. And also check out our Facebook group. Go make some art. Join us there. Post your masterpieces. Ask your questions. Get some inspiration. A good time is had by most. That is the internet, after all. All right. That is it for me for today. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Now go make some art.